She's been singing songs with her mama since the age of 3. She learned to sing the high parts sitting there on mama's knee. Well, they loved to sing together, it came naturally, it was fun. Sang so many songs that their voices were like one. It's a beautiful thing when two people sing in harmony. Well, a palette full of colors, an open canvas on the wall. It takes him to a place where it feels okay to fall. Yeah, he's been painting pictures since he picked up that paintbrush. It's all that ever makes sense of the chaos and the rush. It's a beautiful sight when the colors blend just right in harmony. Yeah, they've been holding hands since they were young, now they're growing old. 3 daughters raised and gone, 3 grandkids on their own. Well, their nested may be empty, but their hearts are full of love for one another and a partnership they built. It's a beautiful life he's lived with his wife in harmony. Well, if hate's the lord of discord, then love's the leading light. Let's be just like that painting where the colors blend just right. It'd be a beautiful scene if all human beings could live in harmony. It'd be a beautiful scene if all human beings could live in harmony. Harmony, harmony, harmony. That's the first track off of my Chasing Butterflies right here. Feels appropriate to sing right now on many levels. Hope everybody's doing all right out there. I want to thank John Taylor and the crew for putting this all together. We really appreciate it. It definitely helps the cause for sure. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to go ahead and do the second track off of that Chasing Butterflies record. As it feels appropriate as well. This one's called The Ballad of Lemuel, Penn. Lieutenant Colonel Penn and 2 good men drove off into the Georgia night. They were heroes from the war, but it was 1964, so they were looking to stay out of sight. Unbeknownst to them, 3 bad men were out late driving around. They saw the out-of-state tag and the driver was black, so they fouled him right out of town. Lemuel Penn was a good man and somebody's kin. Lemuel Penn was a good man and he died because of his own skin. 20 miles past Athens, the next thing that happened caught Lemuel by surprise. He saw headlights in the mirror coming fast and getting clear through the fog in the dead of the night. As he came upon a bridge that was just beyond a ridge, they pulled up right close to his side. 3 men from the clan shot twice and killed a man, left him on the bridge there to die. Lemuel Penn was a good man, somebody's kin. Lemuel Penn was a good man. He died because of his own skin. The buffoon gave up the goons for murder in the first degree. But the all-white jury got a verdict in a hurry, and they set the guilty killers free. Lemuel's wife lost her life. They say the heartbreak was too much to take. The 2 shooters did some time for a much lesser crime, and one still lives in Athens today. Lemuel Penn was a good man, somebody's kin. Lemuel Penn was a good man, and he died because of his own skin. Lemuel Penn was a good man, and somebody's kin. Lemuel Penn was a good man, and he died because of his own skin. Folks, that's sadly a true story that happened almost 60 years ago, and it just continues to happen today. All right, I'm going to sing you a song about my daughter's eyes, because that gives me hope in this crazy, crazy world, in these crazy, crazy times. Because they are the deepest blue I have ever seen, and that's what the song is called, Sky Deep Blue. I think she's probably sleeping right now, but if you're awake, Ella, hello, Daddy loves you. We had a world premiere video on WGLT's stay-at-home concert a couple nights ago. And I'll sing that song too. That one was called Dog Days. I wrote that one about my doggy Bobby. And we sat and watched it on the big screen, you know, in the living room on YouTube. And I told him he was a star, and he looked pretty unimpressed. I've been writing so many songs about my daughter, I figured I had to throw one to the little doggy. This one's called Sky Deep Blue. Well, the trees are dancing like there's nobody watching, waving their hands and their heads are bobbing in a sky deep blue. Your eyes are too, as we look up out the window on our backs in bed. The sun is shining and your heart is pure. What's ailing me? Well, you are the cure. And I'm feeling good, about feeling good, as we look up out the window on our backs in bed. If I could freeze this moment, I would. Well, the birds are singing, I can smell the sea. The music's playing, it's just you and me, and you're mesmerized. It's in your out the window on our backs in bed. If I could freeze this moment, I would. Dancing like there's nobody watching, waving their hands and their heads are bobbing in a sky deep blue. Your eyes are too, as we look up at the window on our backs in bed. If I could freeze this moment, I would. If I could freeze this moment, I would. If I could freeze this moment, I would. Thank you. It's a true story. Get lost in those eyes. It's definitely not a bad thing. It's not a bad place to be. It's a good place to be. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Every morning, it's kind of mornings are my thing, you know. It's pretty awesome. Actually, I'm going to keep this right here and do this one, if that's all right. So we get up and I get her changed and we start playing, and eventually we make our way downstairs and we pick out records together. Generally, of late, it's been Aretha Franklin every morning. Yeah. She loves Aretha, which is pretty cool. Because I love Aretha. Then I make her some oatmeal. Eventually, Mama gets up. If you're going to be quarantined, you know, having a 9-month-old, your first baby, it's not a bad time to be quarantined, I guess. Kind of sucks losing all the work, but then you got cool guys like John Taylor setting stuff like this up, so, you know. One for my daddy. I've been thinking a lot about my family and my children and all kinds of things in these last week. Seriously, throughout the whole pandemic, I guess. So I miss my dad. I'm gonna go see him on Father's Day and keep my distance, but I haven't seen him in months. So, Dad, if you're watching, I love you. This one's for you. This is called "Son of a Plumber." Well, my daddy was a CV back in Vietnam. Yeah, he built things for the Navy, never killed no man. He came home with the trade, he worked with his 2 hands. Said my daddy was a CV back in Vietnam. My mama had my sister, then my daddy went away. He came home from the jungle, but he didn't get to stay. He kissed her on the head and fought to live another day. Mama had my sister, then my daddy went away. Hey, I'm a son of a plumber from a God-fearing mother. My sisters and my brother are too. Well, I'm a hard-living man, working with my hands, doing what I know how to do. Daddy joined the Union when he came back to the States. He went to work down in the city that he loved to hate. Yeah, they gave my sister back at 68. All the world that kept a turning when he came back to the States. Yeah, I'm a son of a plumber from a God-fearing mother. My sisters and my brother are too. Well, I'm a hard-living man, working with my hands, doing what I know how to do. How to do. Hey. I'm the lucky one to have him in my life. He taught me how to be a man, showed me how to treat a wife. Oh, my mama was a saint, she was my biggest fan. Said my daddy was a CD back in Vietnam. Yeah, I'm a son of a plumber from a God-fearing mother. My sisters and my brother are too. Well, I'm a hard-living man, working with my hands, doing what I know how to do. So much. Goodness. I mentioned to John, I haven't mentioned it yet, but if you guys have any requests, if you're out there and you know something that you dig that I do, I'd be more than happy to oblige. So chime on in. In the meantime, let's see here. I'll do this one. This one seems I should play this one. Everybody's been doing a lot of sitting around at home. I think everybody's ready to be done sitting around at home. Yeah, it's the first gig I had to drive to in a long time. It was kind of nice. I got out of the house, had a nice day, and kind of, not a whole lot of folks out there. This place is kind of in the middle of nowhere, so it was real pretty, and I haven't really been out of the house a whole lot, Holing up. Some boys like to ramble when they got time on their hands. Rambling's all I do when I'm not rambling. I'm a man who likes to sing songs on his own, sitting around at home. Something about this chair fits my ass just right. There's lots of things to do, still I ain't doing much tonight. It's tough to get me off the throne when I'm sitting around at home. Sitting around at home, picking that guitar on my own. Yes, until it's time to roam, I'll be sitting around at home. Sitting around at home, picking that banjo on my own. Yes, until it's time to roam, I'll be sitting around at home. Well, I'm not here to say I don't get out and feel this town. I still get down to digs when there's no gigs and I'm around. Just a little less as I grow old, but a little more sitting around at home. Sitting around at home, picking that guitar on my own. Yes, until it's time to roam, I'll be sitting around at home. Sitting around at home, picking that guitar on my own. Woo! Until it's time to roam, I'll be sitting around at home. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness.
We got a request for Sweet Spot.
Sweet Spot, sure, I'd be honored.
I was going to request it myself. Someone else did it first.
All right. Man, I see if I might mess this one up. I haven't played it in weeks. I found a sweet spot on the floor where it don't squeak no more. I can stand right there and rock you through the night. Helps to keep away the cries, lets mama close her eyes. The sweet spot on the floor. I found a sweet spot on the floor we ain't never stood before. Got you and mama sawing logs. Well, Bobby's up in bed, sleeping where I lay my head. I'm standing in a sweet spot on the floor. All right. Well, there's a sweet spot in the night when I'm holding on so tight, and everything is right in this world. It's a feeling I ain't had. I ain't never been a dad, but there's a sweet spot in the night. I'm in the sweet spot of my life. The darkness turned to light. I can't help but sing it out in song. Well, it's true just what they say. Never wish away a day. I'm in a sweet spot of my life. All right. Found a sweet spot on the floor where it don't squeak no more. I can stand right there and rock you all night long. Helps to keep away the cries and lets mama close her eyes. Talking about a sweet spot on the floor. I'm standing in a sweet spot on the floor. I'm talking about a sweet spot. Woo! On the floor. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, sure. I'd be happy to do that one for sure. Yeah. This one, and I remember writing this one. I've told the story before, but I'll tell it again. The band was playing a gig out in Colorado. This was Brother Jed, like my first rock and roll band. It was like pre-Tire Fire. Thought we really made it. You know, we were all the way out in Durango playing music. There was something back then, if you made it to like, maybe it was because the band Fish like made it to Colorado when they were first starting out. And I remember like thinking like, if we make it to Colorado, man, we're doing something right, you know? Carrying gear around mountain towns and whatnot. All the way from, you know, the garage in the Midwest to the Rocky Mountains. So this is 1997, I think? Something like that. And I was driving my Ford Aerostar, and our drummer, Brian Goff, was driving his Dodge Aries K car. We were doing it caravan style up like 14,000-foot mountains and cars that had no business being anywhere near the Rocky Mountains. So we found ourselves in Durango, and part of the deal was that we played there 2 nights in a row, and the deal was that we got lodging, and you know, lodging you assume hotel, but it was not a hotel, and it was late and it was dark and we may have been buzzed, and we had trouble finding it. We were literally lost in Durango. That's where the title of this song came from. And then I woke up the next morning and I felt really lost, even though we were at the destination that we were looking for the night before. So we finally made it to where we were supposed to stay, and it was an old kind of double wide. I don't even know that it had electricity. It was muddy, and it was you know, around it, and it was real dingy when we got inside, and people kind of just picked corners and laid out sleeping bags and slept in their clothes. And I had this little bedroom in the back, and I woke up and I remember thinking, where the hell am I? And I looked up and there was a poster of Farrah Fawcett above the bed, I thought it was kind of strange. I looked down, there were stains on the sheets. I was like, ooh! And I wrote this song called Lost in Durango. I literally wrote this in my head that morning. I was up before the others, got out of bed. I forgot for a moment just where I was, and this voice in my head said I was nowhere and everywhere at once. Chasing this dream, it's moving fast. I'm trying to keep my strength, second guessing myself. I've been thinking about my past to feel them nowhere and everywhere at once. Hey, I'm lost in Durango. Hey, I'm lost in Durango. I've been looking at these mountains, looking at these rocks, and I feel so small. I've been thinking about these places. I wonder are they real at all anymore? Is anything real at all? Well, I made it back home, sleep in my own bed. I surround myself with folks that care, but I'm thinking about back when I felt I was nowhere and everywhere at once. Back when I was lost in Durango, I was lost in Durango. Yeah, I'm still lost in Durango, in Durango, in Durango, in Durango. It's a true story. All the way down to the Farrah Fawcett poster. It all really happened. Yeah. All right, let's see here. I think I'm going to pick a couple on the banjo while I just got a handful left for you guys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Good, sir. That didn't happen while I was playing, huh? I'm going to do a couple on the banjo and then another one on the git fiddle. And our good friend Chicago Farmer is in the house, so we got a hell of a finish to a hell of a operation here. And I'm out of tune. But we just kind of rolled in here and got set up real quick. So give me a second to get this bad boy in tune. And banjo's a weird instrument. People who play them are even weirder. But an out-of-tune banjo is one of the worst sounding things you'll ever hear. So I tune because I care. Have you ever seen that funny banjo meme where it's like a picture of something like on a wall and like a laundromat, and it's like a guy playing a banjo and it says, "Want to learn to play banjo?" And then down, instead of like phone numbers, it says "no thanks," and all of them are gone except for one tab. Thought that was pretty clever. We're close, we're close. It's a labor of love, people. hard to think about what tomorrow's gonna bring when you're trying to make it through today. 'Cause the bells keep ringing and the birds keep singing, but your worries don't go away. Wham, bam, the kick you in the can. Try to keep your tears at bay. It's hard to think about what tomorrow's gonna bring when you're trying to make it through today. Hey! He's punching that clock and he's counting tick-tock. The second then he starts that day. You see his hours got cut, he's been living in a rut. They're gonna take his house in May. I said, oh no, baby, don't you go. Guess there's nothing left to say. Hard to think about what tomorrow's gonna bring when you're trying to make it through today. Hey! To pull it right out of tune for you. Working those fields and making his meals since she took his hand that day. But the bills got taller and the land got smaller. Now they're gonna take the rest away. I said long gone, said wrong. Guess they're not here to stay. Hard to think about what tomorrow's gonna bring when you're trying to make it through today. Hey! Hard to think about what tomorrow's gonna bring when you're trying to make it through today. 'Cause the bells keep ringing and the birds keep singing, but your worries don't go away. I said wham, bam, the kicky in the can. Try to keep your tears at bay. Hard to think about what tomorrow's gonna bring when you're trying to make it through today. Said it's hard to think about what tomorrow's gonna bring when you're trying to make it through today. I said it's hard to think about what tomorrow's gonna bring when you're trying to make it through. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you very much. Thanks, folks. One more on this banjo. I got time for just a couple more, probably, something like that. All right. Are we allowed to do covers? Is this an all original thing? I'm gonna do this one. Well, we've lost a lot of people to this COVID thing. Over 100,000, they say, in the States. We lost John Prine, folks, and it hurt. I'm gonna do this one. This one's called Spanish Pipe Dream. She was a level-headed dancer on the road to alcohol. I was just a soldier on my way to Montreal. She pressed her chest against me. By the time the jukebox broke, she gave me a peck on the back of the neck, and these are the words she spoke. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, move to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try to find Jesus on your own. I sat there at the table and acted real naive, 'cause I knew that topless lady, she had something up her sleeve. She danced around the barroom, did the hoochie coo. She sang her song all night long, telling me what to do. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, move to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, lot of peaches. Try to find Jesus on your own. Well, I was young and hungry, just about to leave that place. Just when I was leaving, yes, she looked me in the face. She said, you must have the answer. I said, no, but I'll give it a try. Until this day, we've been living our way, and here is the reason why. We blew up our TV, threw away our paper, moved to the country, built us a home. We had a lot of children, we fed them on peaches. They all found Jesus on their own. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper, move to the country, garden, eat a lot of peaches, try to find Jesus on your own. Try to find Jesus on your own. Try to find Jesus on your own. The late great John Prine. Thank you, folks. I got one more for you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. The great Chicago Farmer is up next, people. All right. So, as dire as things seem at times, folks, maybe it's just darkest before the dawn, you know. Maybe we will rise up out of these and become one people. Wouldn't that be good? A human race. How about that? That's what I dream of for my little girl. That's for sure. And I also try to keep it. Yeah, you got to try to keep some hope that people are gonna come around and people are gonna band together and that everybody will be treated equally someday. It's our duty to talk about it, and it's our duty to teach our kids about it. So in the meantime, I'm going to tell you right now that I try to keep a positive light. I try to believe that things can change and things will get better. And I'll end with this one, because it is good to be alive, that's for sure. It's a minor inconvenience, my fingers cracking in the bleed. Hurts in a good way, it's just what I need. It's a minor inconvenience, I'm way in the hole. Never cared about money, never been much for goals. It's okay, it's alright, I'm alive and it's good to be. It's okay, it's alright, I'm alive and it's good to be. It's good to be. It's a minor inconvenience, rarely around. I live like a gypsy, running town to town. It's a minor inconvenience, my car's in the shop. Brought it back from the dead, I just don't know when to stop. No, no, no. It's okay, it's alright, I'm alive and it's good to be. It's okay, it's alright, I'm alive and it's good to be. It's good to be. It's a minor inconvenience, my fingers cracking in the bleed. Sometimes it hurts in a good way, sometimes it's just what I need. It's okay, it's alright, I'm alive and it's good to be. Hey, it's okay, it's alright, I'm alive and it's good to be. Oh, it's okay, it's alright, we're alive and it's good to be. It's good to be. It's good to be. Good to be. Thanks, everybody. God bless. Take care of one another. Much love. Thank you.